Whenever you book your counseling session with your therapist, make sure about their credentials. Have they done masters in clinical or counseling psychology? Be sure about that, because the therapist is allowed to work only in the field with the clients if they have done masters in clinical or counseling psychology. There are people out there who call themselves psychologists after doing bachelor's and not even in the field of clinical or counseling psychology. So for example, if they have done bachelor's in IO, like industrial organizational psychology, they cannot deal the clients who are suffering from clinical issues or who need counseling. Like, they are supposed to work at the organization, not with the clients who are suffering from the psychological issues. So in this manner you can check their credentials. Another thing is also be sure about this idea, like from where they have completed their studies, about their institute. If I talk about Pakistan, so check that is their institute HEC recognized or not. There are a lot of clients I have session with. They shared that they paid a lot for their counseling session, and in return they only learned the breathing exercise and they couldn't get any benefit from the counseling session. Also, there are other clients who shared that one day, like, they were crying in the session and they got this comment from their therapist that they are really sensitive, so therefore they cry a lot and they shouldn't feel much. So being a therapist, I would not recommend that a therapist would say like this, that the crying isn't normal, or if somebody is crying, that person is sensitive. So these things will not be coming from a certified therapist who has proper credentials in the field of psychology. So these things do happen in the place where there is not good check and balance, or there isn't any authority over the people who do counseling. There are a lot of other examples in the field as well, like a therapist cannot have a relationship with their clients. Like a therapist cannot be friends with their client, and there are certain boundaries that need to be taken into consideration. That there are ethical rules and laws that need to be followed in terms of counseling. Also, if a client start showing interest in their therapist and they want to have a intimate relationship with their therapist, how to tackle that is another important thing that needs to be